Hey guys, it's Tom Bucks. Thanks for tuning into MST.TV. I've got a pretty exciting video for you guys today. It's that we're going to be breaking open this structure deck of Rokket Revolt. This is, of course, Varis' structure deck, and this is V2 Varis. He's got his new outfit and everything. His face is now showing. You can see his eyes, and it's also featuring the artwork of Topologic Zeroboros. Remember, most Topologic monsters, they have very devastating effects that apply to all over the place on the field, and Zeroboros is no different, so we're going to dig into this. So for my box break right here, we're going to look into some of the card effects, see how they apply. Now, Rokkets, remember, they are mainly a Dark Dragon archetype. Dark Dragon, that just means you can use the Guard Dragon package, which is a very common application. I think in OCG for Dragon Link decks, this is something that they are doing. So this is something for us to keep in mind, and we're going to read over some of the card text so we can get some ruling insight and perhaps some strategy as well. So just remember to hit the like, hit subscribe, and we'll get right into this. Okay, well, rip the box. I guess the box, I'm not going to use this anymore. Okay, so we start off with a mat. Of course, if you guys don't have any mat, this can be your first mat. This is the mat that everyone will underestimate you. Hey, check out these strategies, guys. Remember to get some cards from Rising Rampage and Dark Neostorm, and hey, there's a full strategy here to actually get to the Zeroboros. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on from here. I know you guys are not here for this. You guys are here for that. Okay, looking into the boss monster. Look how cool this is. I'm gonna get the foiling to shine, like, activate my effect. Okay, anyways, aside from the messing with the foil, Topologic Zeroboros, if you summon into a zone, it's gonna trigger a very nasty effect that you really don't want to happen. So, I'm only gonna read into the card effects of most of the new cards. I'm going to zip by most of the other ones and probably just glare at some of the reprints that a lot of you guys so desired. So anyways, really badass, and I hope you guys didn't get a seizure on that one, sorry. Okay, now looking at this, requiring 2+ effect monsters for the recipe, which means no tokens for you guys, and also you cannot special summon / set monster to any extra monster zone this card points to, and it gains 200 attack for each banished card. That is a continuous effect. Now, speaking of that first effect right there, I kind of want to mention that if you are using this card and it's summoned into the middle zone, think about it this way: you can no longer link summon if you don't have any other zones open. You cannot use your extra deck. By that logic, what do I mean? Well, Topologic. Oh, no, just kidding. Sorry, guys. What happens is that it's just the order of operations similar to floodgates. If your floodgates are preventing you from, say, summoning into a specific attribute, you just don't have that option. So if this card is in the middle zone and blocking both extra monster zone, you can't even link it off to summon more stuff from your extra deck because you don't have a zone open. It's just no longer an option. Order of operation, much like there can be only one. You just can't even use the same monster to go into Thunder Dragon Colossus kind of deal. It's like, you know, you're summoning into Thunders. Okay, so other effects: if another monster special summon to a zone a link monster points to while this card is on the field, banish all cards on the field? What? So it's a board wipe. It's a full board wipe of banishing Chain, I guess, Imperial Iron Wall. Really, I really don't want anything banished. Chain Artifact Lancia. You want to be able to block this thing from banishing everything because it also special summons itself back onto the field. Once per turn, during the standby phase of your next turn after this card was banished by its own effect, special summon out this banished card. Whew. Well, this card, even though it banishes itself, it does revive itself at the same time, similar to how a Stardust Dragon revives itself after it tributes itself. So yeah, there's that. So that's Topologic Zeroboros. Very powerful stuff. Next, we have Borreload Furious Dragon. So we have Borreload Savage, we have Borreload Furious. Now Furious is the fusion. Another thing for people to worry about for Super Poly, especially if you're playing the Guard Dragon combo. So rip the Guard Dragon combo, because 2 Dark Dragons, middle of the Dragon combo, you can just eat up a lot of the problems. And yeah, what is your opponent really going to do? I think the best timing to do this, to summon out this card, is when your opponent has both Guard Dragon LP, Guard Dragon Pisty, and Agripane, and you take away the Agripane, and you take away one of the ones that they already used, and leave them locked into only summoning out dragons, and they can't even go into a Hermetic Seal. That's the timing that I would use for a Borreload Furious Dragon. That's just my opinion, because I just think that really is a very devastating move. Now, it has a quick effect: target one monster you control and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Dark Link monster in your graveyard special summon. So, but it cannot activate its effect as its turn. But wait, what? Okay, well, you get an additional monster reborn for Dark Link monsters, which include your Borreload Dragon, Borreload Sword Dragon, Borreload Guard Dragon, Decode Talker. Who else is a Dark Link monster? Well, there's plenty of options, I guess. So this is something that has additional effects, even if it does get destroyed. It is a level 8. And yeah, it will also trigger your Rokkets. But aside from triggering your Rokkets, I think what's really crazy is that after super pulling your opponent, that gives them basically, you trade 2 for 2 at some point. But you also have another way to pop one of their cards, so that is very devastating. Another monster in the extra deck, we have Quadborrel Dragon. That's 3 ultra rares. That's actually really nice of them to give us that many ultras. Now, looking into this card effect, 2 dragon monsters, including a Rocket. So this is pretty good. We have a downwards arrow 2 dragon. Is this? Oh, but it has to use a Rocket though, so there is a little bit of a limitation. So it's not generic, so that the guard dragon combo just got even easier. Now you can discard 1 card, target 1 face-up monster on the field. You cannot special summon link 2 or lower monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. Also destroy the targeted monster. Then, okay, so the first thing is that you can't do anything, and even if you don't destroy the monster, you already cannot special summon anything that's linked 2 or lower. Then if it was a link monster, special summon any number of Rocket monsters with different names from your hand or graveyard up to its link rating. So this helps you revive a bunch of monsters back onto the field, but you can't use link 2. So it's expecting you to use those monsters to go into the big boys, the big burners, alright? And yeah, once per turn. Okay, these are new. Silver Rocket. Don't worry, I don't think there's that many more cards that I need to read, but for Silver Rokket Dragon, when a Link monster activates effect, targets is face up. So this is the Rocket trigger. I'm just going to call them the Rocket trigger, because all Rockets basically have the trigger. If they're targeted, they get to blow up. If they're targeted by a Link monster specifically, they get to destroy themselves and basically trigger another effect. And when they are all basically destroyed by battle or card effect and center this turn, you can special summon out a Rocket monster from your deck, except for the one with the same name. Alright, so this is Silver Rokket Dragon. If this card destroys itself, you get to look at your opponent's extra deck and then banish 1 card. That is really good, actually. You can cripple someone's extra deck. Like if anyone playing Crusadia, you can take out their Magius. I think this is a really good combo killer. Yeah, I would definitely try to trigger it and just basically win the game right off the bat. Next we have Rocket Tracer. This is your tuner, and oh, what's really amazing about this card is it special summons out more Rockets out of the deck by destroying other cards you control. So target 1 face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, summon out a Rocket monster from your deck except Rocket Tracer. Now you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for Dark Monster. I like the limitation, so this isn't a card that you would use to like summon out Ib, the Justicar of the World Chalice. So this is mainly locking you into Dark Monsters. Potentially, you can even use it with Orchid, since you're only locking yourself into Dark Monsters. Doesn't really matter. And now we have Absorutor. Am I saying that right? Absorutor Dragon. Absorouter? It's a router? Okay, cool. This is not a Rocket monster, but it is a dragon. If you control Rocket monster, you can special summon out this. Okay, well, it's a free special summon. That's a level 7. And you can only special summon out Absorutor once per turn this way. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Rocket monster from your deck to your hand. What? That is so free. This is such a dragon, like you just link it off. What the? This is really good. Okay, 0 Day Blaster. Tribute 1 Dark Link monster, and then target cards on the field equal to its link rating and destroy them. So this kind of reminds me of the Salamander Rage. Okay, we've moved away from the foils. Now we have Rocket Recharger and Exploder Rocket. I guess these two are kind of new. We can actually look into these ones. If a dark monster you control special summon from the extra deck is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, target one of those destroyed monsters. You don't revive one of those, rather you special summon a dark monster from your graveyard with a different original name from the target, so you get to revive something else. That's actually a little bit confusing, and hope people don't make that mistake of reviving the same card that was destroyed, because that's not how it works. This card's once per turn. While you control a dark special summon monster from the extra deck, your opponent cannot target this card for attack. So, you know, it's pretty safe, but it's still 21 wall. That's decent. It doesn't special summon itself. As for Exploder Rokket Dragon, we have when a Link monster activates its effect and targets its face up on the field. This is the Rocket effect. You can destroy this card, and each player takes 2,000 damage. And during the end phase, of course, if this card is destroyed by battle or card, if I can send it to this turn, you can special summon a Rocket with a different name. This card is 2,000, 2,000, and it deals 2,000 damage, which makes a lot of sense. So if you want to deal a little bit of burn damage and you want to finish your opponent off, this is the card you would consider going into. But overall, the high levelness of this card will make it a bit more difficult to use. Now, with Check Summon Dragon, I believe this one existed previously, and a Rocket Dragon, Auto Rocket Dragon, Magna Rocket Dragon, Shell Rocket Dragon. These are all like the different lines and different ways of destroying cards. Rocket Synchron. We have Gateway Dragon. Ooh, Defrag Dragon, the card that has destroyed me on the live stage. Well, I guess it wasn't the live stage, but I guess it was like the... Well, I guess it was the final stage. I got destroyed on the final stage thanks to this card. Background Dragon, Labradorite Dragon, Paladin of Felgrand, Dragon Knight of Creation, Keeper of the Shrine. Oh, hello, World Chalice Guard Dragon. This card was getting up there in price. I'm glad there's a reprint, and I'm already using this card. This card, if you're going to be looking forward to playing this format, this is one of the cards that you're likely going to see, especially with the Guard Dragon package. Then we have Raiden, the Hand of the Lightsworn, and I guess that's it for that. Wow, Borrel Supplier. This has to be a new card because it's featuring a card that didn't exist. It's featuring, I believe, Silver Rocket Dragon. That's right, Silver Rocket Dragon. And during each standby phase, if you control a Borrel Link monster, target one Rocket monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but destroying it during the end phase. Okay, so since it's each standby phase, it's slightly faster than you think, and you actually get more interactions with this than normal. So I think this is actually a really, really good card. Oh my god. And depending on the speed, depending on what you need, you actually might be able to reload the field with the correct monsters you want. Then we have Rapid Trigger. This is a quick effect fusion spell. Looking at the artwork, I'm just taking a little bit of a guess here. And fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by destroying fusion materials listed from your field. But it can only attack special summon monster from the extra deck. Also, it is unaffected by activated effects from any other monster special summon from the extra deck, and you can only activate this card once per turn. Wow, so there is a bit of a limitation on the attack. It can only attack monsters special summon from the extra. Okay, well, since it destroys it, it triggers all your rockets. Squib Draw, alright, so this draw card is now cheaper. Quick Launch, of course you can get the secret rare versions of this card as well, if that's what you're into. Boot Sector Launch. Okay, Boot Sector Launch is the card we're waiting for in terms of Striker Dragon. Once we get Striker Dragon, this card is going to be really easy just to put into your field zone. We get Borrel Regenerator. I believe this is the Premature Burial-esque card. Dragon Shrine to throw cards into the grave. Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lord. That also comes super rare. Return of the Dragon Lord also came super rare from the other structure deck. We have Polymerization to give you additional fusion. We have Common Twin Twisters. Alright. If these cards look very blue to you, it's because these are Europrint. And we have Executive Protocols. We have Red Reboot as a common. Hey, now no one can complain that they can't defeat traps. Link Turret, Mirror Force Launcher. This is, and of course, Mirror Force with the Mirror Force Launcher. And Magic Cylinder, so you can burn your opponent for a game. A common version of Imperial Order. Okay, this might not be the first version that's common, but being in a structure deck guaranteeing someone, this is a great time for anyone that's coming into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because this deck supplies us with a lot of staples, honestly. Not every single structure deck is capable of giving us like meta relevant staples, but this one's kind of is doing a decent enough job. And of course, Borreload Dragon as a common. Who would have thought the day would come when this guy is common? This guy is destructively crazy. Oh my god, it just breaks boards, steals your opponent's monsters for the turn. And yeah, did they correct the wording on this card? At the start of the damage step, this card attacks and place that monster and take control of it and send it to the graveyard until during the end phase of the next turn. Now, if you don't send it to the graveyard, you actually have to return that monster because it's actually temporary control. Of course, we have Triple Burst Dragon, and that is a really good card, and we have Booster Dragon as well. So that kind of makes up the entire structure deck. You get 6 extra deck cards, and you get a deck full of, Well, I guess you get a deck of 40 here for you to play with. That is all I've got for this opening, guys. If you guys enjoy, you guys gotta pick up 3. I'm gonna do a 3 structure deck profile for you guys, so you guys can take a look whether or not this deck is right for you. If you don't want to do a 3 structure deck profile, you can obviously take the right pieces and tune it so that you can play the Guard Dragon package and make a devastating combo to use it against your opponent as well. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. Hopefully you learned a couple of things about rulings here and there. And don't forget to hit subscribe, ding the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Ciao.